Gentleman yields back. I recognize myself in opposition to the amendment. The argument in support of the amendment is that states should be the ones to determine how and when to legalize marijuana. The MORE Act, as is, without the amendment, accomplishes that goal. It would deschedule marijuana, but still keep in place current and prospective state regulatory and control schemes, allowing states to determine how to regulate marijuana in their respective jurisdictions. This amendment, by maintaining all federal criminal penalties in states that have not legalized marijuana under state law, would continue to limit research and commerce. It would leave in place federal criminal penalties and enforcement in states that have not legalized marijuana, including draconian mandatory minimums. By not descheduling, the amendment would forego various benefits of the underlying bill. For example, nothing in the amendment gives any clarity to the community of veterans, as it fails to address the continued confusion surrounding the ability of veterans to discuss their health care regimen with their VA doctors and the ability of VA doctors to comply with state legal medical cannabis programs. Nothing in the amendment provides any clarity to either active or would-be service members as to their ability to serve our nation based on their past use of cannabis, medicinal use of cannabis, or consumption while off-duty or on leave. By removing marijuana from Schedule 1, the underlying bill does both of these things. Nothing in the amendment protects from federal prosecution and scrutiny those banks which facilitate cash transfers across state lines between states where marijuana is legal and those where it is not. Nothing in the amendment protects cannabis entrepreneurs from having to comply with Section 280E of the Internal Revenue Code, which requires that they pay taxes on all of their revenue without the benefit of being able to take tax deductions or credits for their business expenses. By removing marijuana from Schedule 1, the underlying bill does both of these things. Let me make one other comment. I've made this in connection with other legislation. I don't believe in negotiating against ourselves. The comment is made on this bill, as on several others that have been considered by this committee, that the Senate won't take the bill as is. That may be, but the Senate is another house, and we can negotiate with the Senate. If we pass the bill that we want, Senate passes a different bill, we can negotiate. That's what conference committees are for. I don't think it's a good idea in most circumstances, maybe in some, but in most circumstances, I don't think it's a good idea to say the Senate won't take this bill, therefore we shouldn't pass this bill, we should pass only what the Senate will take, as if we know what the Senate will take after a process of negotiations. This is when the House passes a bill, it's part of a continuing process. It's not the end of the process. It's not a take it or leave it with the other house, with the other body, I'm supposed to call it, I suppose. And there should be conference committees or informal negotiations. To do otherwise is to say that the Senate rules the roost and the House doesn't matter. The House does matter, the Senate does matter. We do not have a unicameral Congress. Maybe we should, that's a different question. But if we think a bill is the best bill, we should pass that bill and then negotiate with the Senate. That's a general comment, not just on this, but on other bills, because we've heard that argument before.